probably doing a lot better than I should be doing, but
Mikaela Shiffrin and Lindsey Vonn are two of the biggest names in skiing. Both of them have dominated the sport in their unique ways, setting records and inspiring millions. Right now, their paths couldn't be more different, but their stories are equally fascinating.
Let's start with Mikaela Shiffrin, who's on the verge of a monumental milestone, her 100th World Cup victory. That's not just a big number, it's a statement. No skier, male or female, has ever reached that mark before. Mikaela, with her unmatched consistency and focus, has already set the standard for what it means to be the best. At just 29 years old, Mikaela has been rewriting the history books. She's already surpassed Lindsey Vonn's record of 82 World Cup wins, reaching her 99th victory just recently. That win wasn't just another race, it was a display of pure brilliance. Competing in Austria, Mikaela delivered 2 flawless runs to claim the top spot, beating competitors who weren't even born when she started her career. Her dominance in the slalom and giant slalom disciplines is nothing short of extraordinary. But it hasn't all been smooth sailing. Just as Mikaela was gearing up for her 100th win, an unexpected setback struck. During a giant slalom race in Killington, Vermont, Mikaela suffered a frightening crash. She was leading after her first run, but 5 gates from the finish line, she lost her grip, hit a gate, and tumbled into the fencing. It was a heart-stopping moment for fans and fellow competitors alike. The crash left her with injuries that required immediate attention. Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as it looked, no broken bones or severe damage. However, she did sustain muscle trauma and a puncture wound in her abdomen. Mikaela later reassured her fans on social media, saying, "I'm okay, just need a few weeks to recover."
everybody, and it looks like all...
Her optimism and resilience have been a constant throughout her career, and it's clear she's determined to get back on the slopes as soon as possible. While Mikaela's journey has been about setting records and overcoming challenges, Lindsey Vonn's story is about making an unexpected comeback. At 40 years old, Lindsey recently returned to competition after a 6-year hiatus. Known for her fearless style and relentless drive, Lindsey has always been a force to be reckoned with. Her return at Copper Mountain, Colorado, wasn't about chasing glory, it was about proving to herself that she could still compete. Lindsey finished in the middle of the pack, but her mere presence on the slopes sent a powerful message. This was the same Lindsey Vonn who retired in 2019 after countless injuries and surgeries. Now, after a partial knee replacement earlier this year, she's back, defying the odds yet again. What makes Lindsey's story so compelling is her unwavering determination. Over the years, she's battled through more injuries than most athletes can imagine. Yet, she's never lost her love for skiing or her competitive spirit. Even in retirement, she's remained a vocal advocate for the sport, supporting young athletes and using her platform to inspire others. What's remarkable about both Mikaela and Lindsey is the respect and admiration they have for each other. When Mikaela broke Lindsey's record of 82 World Cup wins, Lindsey was one of the first to congratulate her. She even called Mikaela an amazing advocate for the sport and said she's excited to see her reach 100 wins. Mikaela, in turn, has often spoken about how Lindsey paved the way for athletes like her, showing what's possible with hard work and determination. Despite their different paths, both athletes share a deep love for the sport. Mikaela's precision and focus have made her the most consistent skier of her generation, while Lindsey's fearless approach and resilience have left an indelible mark on skiing. Together, they've inspired a new generation of athletes to dream big and push boundaries. For Mikaela, the road to her 100th victory is temporarily on hold, but knowing her, it's only a matter of time before she's back, stronger and more determined than ever. As for Lindsey, her comeback is a reminder that it's never too late to chase your dreams. Whether she continues competing or focuses on mentoring, her impact on the sport is undeniable. Both women have shown us that greatness isn't just about winning. It's about the journey, the challenges, and the moments that define you. Their stories remind us why we love sports, for the drama, the triumphs, and the people who make us believe in the impossible. Mikaela Shiffrin's pursuit of her 100th World Cup victory is more than just a personal milestone. It's a testament to her extraordinary career and the legacy she's building for the sport. While she recovers from her recent injury, fans are eagerly waiting for her next move. And honestly, who wouldn't be? Mikaela has shown time and time again that she thrives under pressure. turning challenges into stepping stones for greatness. The crash in Killington was a reminder of how unpredictable sports can be. One moment she was within reach of history, the next she was being helped off the slopes. But Mikaela isn't the type to dwell on setbacks. Her calm and composed response after the crash showed why she's such a beloved figure in the skiing world. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, she assured her fans she'd be back soon. "It's part of the game," she said. That's the mindset of a true champion. Meanwhile, Lindsey Vonn's return to the slopes has added a fascinating layer to this season. At 40 years old, Lindsey could have easily stayed retired, enjoying the fruits of her incredible career. Instead, she chose to lace up her boots again, showing the world that age is just a number. Her performances at Copper Mountain might not have been podium finishes, but they were victories in their own right. Just seeing Lindsey back in action was enough to inspire fans and athletes alike. What makes Lindsey's comeback even more special is her honesty about the challenges she's faced. She's openly discussed the toll injuries have taken on her body and how difficult it's been to stay in shape. Yet here she is, defying expectations and proving that passion and perseverance can overcome almost anything. Whether or not she continues competing, her story is a powerful reminder that it's never too late to follow your heart. For fans of skiing, this season has been a roller coaster of emotions. On one hand, we have Mikaela Shiffrin, who's on the brink of making history. On the other, we have Lindsey Vonn, a legend in her own right, showing us the beauty of a comeback. Together, they represent the past, present, and future of the sport, inspiring millions with their talent and determination. It's worth noting how much these two athletes have done for women's skiing. Before Lindsey and Mikaela, the sport didn't receive the same level of attention it does now. Their success has brought skiing into the spotlight, attracting new fans and inspiring young athletes to take up the sport. They've shown that women's skiing isn't just exciting, it's every bit as competitive and thrilling as any other discipline. As Mikaela heals and prepares for her next race, there's a sense of anticipation in the air. Will she clinch her 100th victory soon? Knowing her, she's probably more focused on the process than the number. That's what sets Mikaela apart, her ability to stay grounded even when the world is watching. She's not just chasing records, she's chasing excellence, one race at a time. Lindsey, on the other hand, is navigating uncharted territory. Her comeback isn't about breaking records, it's about rediscovering her love for the sport. And in doing so, she's reminding us all why we fell in love with skiing in the first place. It's not just about winning, it's about the joy of the journey, the thrill of the race, and the camaraderie among athletes. The dynamic between Mikaela and Lindsey is also worth mentioning. While they've competed against each other in the past, there's a deep mutual respect between them. Lindsey has been one of Mikaela's biggest cheerleaders, celebrating her successes and encouraging her to keep pushing boundaries. Mikaela, in turn, has often spoken about how Lindsey paved the way for her and so many others. Their relationship is a beautiful example of how sports can bring people together, even in the midst of competition. Looking ahead, the future of skiing looks bright, with athletes like Mikaela Shiffrin continuing to push the limits and veterans like Lindsey Vonn inspiring with their resilience. The sport is in good hands. Young skiers around the world are watching and learning, dreaming of the day they might stand where these two legends have stood. For now, all eyes are on Mikaela as she gears up for her next race. Whether she gets her 100th win this season or the next, one thing is certain. She's already cemented her place as one of the greatest skiers of all time. And as for Lindsey, her story isn't over yet. Whether she competes again or transitions into a new role, her impact on the sport will be felt for years to come. Skiing is more than just a sport. It's a way of life for so many, and thanks to athletes like Mikaela Shiffrin and Lindsey Vonn, it's a way of life filled with inspiration, excitement, and endless possibilities.